Hi, welcome to another video. Today I'm doing astrology reading for Rosé of Blackpink. Please note this reading is limited due to unknown birth time. Rosé's astrological chart is heavily influenced by Aquarius, with her Sun, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Uranus all residing in the sign of Aquarius. This concentration of energies significantly shapes her identity, self-expression, communication style, and approach to love. Aquarius, an air sign, emphasizes intellect, logic, and mental acuity. Rosé's worldview and experiences are primarily filtered through her mental lens. As an Aquarius sun, she is less emotional and more communicative, thriving on social interactions and the exchange of information and ideas rather than seeking emotional connections or relying on emotional support. She may appear detached or aloof, typical of Aquarians, especially to emotionally driven individuals like the water signs, such as Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpios. Aquarians often intellectualize their emotions. As a fixed sign, Aquarius grants Rosé strong concentration, resilience, as well as inflexibility and stubbornness. Mercury and Venus in Aquarius align Rosé's mind and love nature with her ego and identity when they conjunct her sun. Aquarius Mercury adds quirkiness to her perception and communication style, while Aquarius Venus lends a unique and unconventional feminine tact to her style and personality. Because Venus is associated with creativity, music, and performance, and Mercury the voice, Mercury-Venus conjunction can be found in people with beautiful voices or in charts of many singers. This contact also makes Rosé passionate about her love for music. Rosé's Mercury conjunct Neptune brings idealism and dreamlike qualities to her speech and mental processes. Neptune, representing film, fantasy, and imagination, adds a creative flair to her identity. She may be inclined towards artistic or poetic expression, or she might appreciate these qualities in others. Her mind is drawn to Neptunian concepts, those that are fantastical or imaginative. She might seek escape from the mundane through daydreams or fantasies, often glamorizing aspects of her life or potential future. Her Neptune conjunction could enhance her enjoyment of the limelight and celebrity status, but also can introduce deceptive elements due to Neptune's elusive nature. She might unconsciously tell minor untruths to avoid conflict or fulfill others' expectations. Neptune can also cloud her thoughts or perception. It can make it difficult for Rosé to decipher her thoughts and opinions. Jupiter, amplifying qualities it contacts, makes her expression and enthusiasm towards interests seem louder or exaggerated at times. It ignites a strong need for self-expression and communication, blending its expansiveness with Mercury's desire for intellectual interaction. Additionally, this combination can make her speech inspiring and uplifting. However, on a more negative note, it could lead to boastfulness or arrogance, making her set in her opinions at times. The Mercury-Uranus conjunction in her chart can signify her enjoyment of surprising or shocking others with her ideas and thoughts, finding amusement in being unconventional. The Uranian and Aquarian influences in her chart foster a desire in her to be unique and stand out. For Rosé, being acknowledged as different, individualistic, and unique is highly complimentary. In contrast, being labeled as ordinary or similar to everyone else would be a significant critique for her. Rosé's planets in Aquarius form a trine aspect with Mars, indicating that Rosé is quick, incisive, direct, and competitive. Mercury's trine to Mars suggests her preference for blunt and straightforward communication. She's decisive and unafraid to act, demonstrating the courage and ability to assert herself and achieve her goals. The trine aspect between Venus and Mars highlights her strong inclination towards love and relationships, which we'll explore more in detail later. For now, let's just say that this harmonious connection between these two planets show Rosé's drive to satisfy her romantic desires. This planetary alignment also suggests Rosé's capacity to relate well to the opposite gender, as she possesses a well-balanced mix of feminine and masculine energies within herself. She's the kind of person who easily befriends men, often being seen by them as easygoing and comfortable to be around. In addition, this combination offers her a balanced perspective on love and relationship expectations. Even without the exact birth time, we can be certain Rosé is an Aries moon, as the moon remained in this sign throughout her birthday. Moon is Rosé's emotional and innermost nature, and Aries is a fire sign. With this moon, Rosé's emotions, instincts, and reactions are quick and immediate. Aries, being impulsive and self-focused as the youngest and the first sign of the zodiac, might make it challenging for Rosé to be considerate or view emotional situations objectively. She likely has a clear understanding of her own feelings, and as an expressive fire sign, it's easy for others to discern her emotional state. However, her emotions are fleeting and she can forget or move on from difficult situations pretty quickly. This moon placement also endows her with enthusiasm and a warm, youthful energy. However, a possible conjunction with Saturn, although uncertain in its exact degree, can significantly influence your Aries' emotional nature. Saturn tends to impose restrictions and limitations. It would introduce discipline and emotional control, leading Rosé to respond more cautiously to her environment. This could feel particularly restrictive for an Aries moon. Saturn's influence may also suggest early maturity or assuming responsibility at a young age, perhaps indicating a rushed transition into adulthood. This can manifest as emotional maturity and a consequent loss of some aspects of childhood. Finally, this configuration points to a deep need for safety and security, making Rosé cautious and hesitant to take emotional risks. Moving on to Rosé's love and relationships, the Venus-Mars trine aspect in Rosé's chart highlights her need for romantic relationships in order to feel fulfilled. She thrives on romantic adventures and displays a competitive spirit in love. This aspect also grants her a keen sense of balance in relationships, knowing when to give space and when to engage intimately. As mentioned earlier, her balanced approach to love and relationships fosters trust and friendship with the opposite gender. The Venus-Mars trine endows Rosé with the ability to be friends first with romantic partners. This aspect often suggests early marriage or a long-term relationship that stem from childhood, such as high school sweethearts. Given that Aquarius is associated with friendship, it wouldn't be surprising if Rosé is in a long-term relationship with someone she has known for a long time. In her astrological chart, Rosé's Venus indicates how she exhibits her feminine charm and attracts potential partners. The Venus-Uranus conjunction, coupled with her Venus in Aquarius, suggests that Rosé's distinctiveness and ability to stand out are key to her appeal in romance. Sun in Aquarius in her chart significantly influences her romantic preferences, inclining her towards intellectually focused men. Her Mars in Libra placement further shapes her ideal type. She is attracted to individuals with vibrant social life, those who value social interactions and prioritize the exchange of information. Qualities like diplomacy, a desire for harmony, and fairness are crucial for her in a partner. Her attraction may lean towards older, more serious, and responsible individuals, reflecting her Mars opposite Saturn placement, which suggests a preference for partners who bring discipline and stability into her life. While Rosé might not actively seek authoritative partners, she could find herself with such individuals with an Aries Saturn. In extreme cases, this could lend to power struggles and control issues as a recurring patterns in her romantic life. The interplay between Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Pluto, and Saturn in Rosé's chart underscores her attraction to power, status, and wealth. These configurations emphasize her affinity for individuals who not only hold status and power, but also exhibit exceptional courage, influence, and stamina. In addition, with Mercury and Jupiter in conjunction with Venus, there is genuine pleasure in giving and good-natured banter and competitive zeal in her romantic interactions. The involvement of Uranus emphasizes her need for freedom, space, and independence in relationships. This influence also lends a unique, unconventional approach to love. The Uranus contact suggests a desire for excitement and unpredictability, potentially leading to frequent changes or unexpected developments in her love life that helps maintain vibrancy and fulfillment of relationships. Also, Rosé may be open to alternative relationship styles, such as open relationships or unconventional relationships outside traditional norms. Additionally, Rosé's Venus forms a sextile with Pluto, introducing a craving for intense, emotionally profound romantic experiences that contribute to her personal growth and development. This aspect, however, can bring jealousy and possessiveness, with deep analysis or fixation on romantic interests, as Pluto's investigative nature combines with Aquarius Venus's intellectualism. Pluto adds strength, determination, and depth to her love life. When combined with Uranus in an exact sextile aspect, it gives her a magnetic and thrilling charm that makes her uniquely alluring and captivating. Regarding her emotional needs in love, Rosé seeks partners who can invigorate her emotionally. Her Aries moon craves excitement, movement, and action. She desires a partner who can inspire and introduce adventure into her life. In summary, Rosé's chart suggests a complex romantic nature, where intellectual stimulation, freedom, and unconventional approaches to love blend with a desire for intense and meaningful connections. Rosé is inherently enthusiastic, optimistic, and dreamy, yet she is predominantly intellectual in her orientation. She highly values individuality and autonomy, embracing a distinct and unconventional approach to life and love. That's all I have for you today in regards to Rosé's natal chart reading. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll be back with Jenny's astrology reading in my next video. Bye!